Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
And it does. And it does. Back to football. Yeah, back to football. So obviously yesterday I needed to deal with that fake outrage, but we back to football today. And we talking about safety too deep, one tech too thin. Is there a trade opportunity? I would say yes, absolutely. And it's the conversation that needs to be talked about. Yeah, because I measured the Koolaid, and you go see that there's a dilemma. But it's solvable, very. And we go get into it here over at BossCowboySports. We go through all the potential scenarios that can potentially help the Dallas Cowboys. What we go do? We go talk about it. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride, for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop for none. Month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to bet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-Day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
And we need all the executives to come in and have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
Hey man, it feels so good to be talking about football, cause you know obviously I dealt with that that mess yesterday, but I was annoyed. But it seemed like a lot of people got a lot out of it, and that's why I do what I do, to kind of clear up some of the misunderstandings. But we back to football. We back to what I really love to talk about, different scenarios to kind of put us in a better place to potentially win. Because everybody and they mama know this is one thing we are all on agreement on. You can't talk to nobody that doesn't see that we have a need for the one tech position. But you also, in my opinion, are not getting enough discussion about the obvious overstock of the safety position. Now that's different, because remember I told you I was waiting on OTAs, and I said I was waiting on OTAs and I was gonna try to get some clues from the notes on OTAs. But did y'all see anybody report anything on safety? No. So what it seems to me is this seems that everybody can clearly see the lack of depth that we have at one tech and the potential issue that we have with Mozzie's shoulder. But at the same token, people are not paying attention to what's going to happen with the overstock of safety. And this happened because of the absence of Dan Quinn. There's an obvious difference in philosophy, and we go get into that. We go prove it. We go put all the tea leaves together, but it's pretty obvious. So I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through history. It's well organized, and they have already been telling us. That's the cool thing, is they've been putting it out there that there are some key differences between Zimmer and Dan Quinn. And to be honest, I will want the reporters, especially coming up to the final weeks of OTAs, this is what I will want them to focus on, because we are looking like we are overstocked. And see, we talked about that when we spoke about Marshall's free agents. And we talked about sometimes you can have an overstock of certain positions. And when you have an overstock of certain positions, sometimes you got to do what you got to do in real life. You need to have you a garage sale. Huh? What's up, B-Bird? I see y'all in the house. B-Bird, DP, Jameson, Lil Dallas, Sin City, Miss Lockhart, Common Sense. He said, boss and executives, let's go. Yeah, man, I see y'all. Kelvin, I see y'all in the building, man. Always, man, I appreciate y'all coming in. That boy, Common Sense coming in with that energy. Yes, indeed. But y'all know I'm gonna prove the different things that I'm saying. Y'all know that's kind of like the staple of what I do. So we will kind of start breaking this down little by little, and then just kind of put it all together. Cause you have, different opinions. You got people that believe there's no way of knowing what we're getting ready to do. Now, if you really kind of paying attention, you can kind of see the tea leaves, because they've been telling us, and they've been very consistent in what they've been telling us. And when they've been saying it consistently, it's probably gonna be what they saying is gonna be. So y'all listen to this, and we go put everything together. Here we go.
Speaking of defense, Jerry keeps talking about different alignment, different structure. What can you share with us about how differently you guys plan to play defensively that could help y'all against the run?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to evolve. I mean, we need to let Zim, get his hands around what our personnel is and, how he wants to go about it. He's been, he's been out of the game 2 years, but he's been studying the game for 2 years. Dan was out of the game for a year, and he came back and played defense in a completely different way than he was doing it at Atlanta. I mean, you observe and you see what people are doing that works, but I do think in general Zim's philosophy is he's going to play with bigger guys. We played philosophy is he's going to play with bigger guys. We played with philosophy is he's going to play with bigger guys. We played with 3 safeties and 2 linebackers, and I think Zim's play with bigger guys. We played with 3 safeties and 2 linebackers, and I think Zim's, from everything we can see right now, he looks to play more with, at least in the run down, first, second down scenarios, playing with 3 linebackers. So, that's a change. And I know, in general, he's big on stopping the run. Not that Dan Quinn didn't either. I mean, everybody wants to stop the run, but in terms of how you're prioritizing and doing things that give you an opportunity to achieve what you want to be as a defensive unit, some people philosophically are a little different in how they go about it. And not that one's righter than the other. It's just what they do well and how they've had success in the past and how they feel like they can have success going forward.
So, B Bird with the super chat. Appreciate it, B. Ball starting early. I love y'all, man. Appreciate it. B Bird with the super chat. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, my boy B Bird. Hold on real quick, B Bird. Let me feed you in here real quick. Then I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. But B Bird with the super chat, man, I want to acknowledge it. I don't know why your super chat not going in here, bro. There you go. It just took a minute. All right. You know how it is. He said, boss. He said, getting that double time, working on the holiday. Yeah, man, ain't no days off. It's time to talk some football. This is a very good topic. And also, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Hopefully y'all sitting back, maybe watching me from your backyard as you getting the last of your barbecue. Some of y'all pulling the meat off the grill. Some of y'all already got y'all feet kicked up. The smart people cooked early so they can chill. And some kind of way y'all was able to get off tomorrow. But now, going back to what I was saying, man, you can clearly see the tea leaves forming. It's a major confirmation of what he was saying. So, what was he saying? Dan Quinn ran a lot of 3 safeties. Matter of fact, nobody ran more 3 safety big nickel packages than the Dallas Cowboys. They ran the most in the entire league. So when you depended on safeties as a pivotal piece of your packages, that also obviously meant what? You had to overstock more than normal because that was the staple piece of your defense. But what does it also mean knowing that we're not going to be doing that anymore? And the clues are out there. Like my boy Law Nation, he does the Lord work all the time. The clues are out there. You can see in the OTAs as they setting up the installs, what did he say? He say we usually ran packages with 2 linebackers. We majority of the time ran big nickel. Now you seeing traditional was a 4-3 defense where you have 3 traditional linebackers, especially on first and second down. So I'm gonna keep going through the evidence and showing that this is clearly where we're headed. You can see it from the OTAs. You can hear it from the consistent interviews. And we go talk about maybe what are some of the things that can be done. We go talk about that. Especially when you look at us being overstocked at a certain position and understocked in another one. So this is the deal. Stephen Jones, he's been very consistent and he's been talking. So we go through a couple of his interviews and just see what he has been saying. Check this out.
How much does bringing Mike Zimmer in change your approach to what a Cowboys defensive player looks like? Because it feels like every level kind of changes in some way.
It does. I think anytime you bring in a new coordinator, you're going to have changes. And certainly Mike brings an edge. Coaches in a different way than Dan. Dan was very successful in the way he did it. I think Mike Zimmer's been very successful in this league with the way he does it. And
Hey, I want to show y'all something that I peeped too on what he just said. He said, now y'all pay attention because this is real. Y'all already know this, but it's another side to this. Notice he said, Zimmer brings an edge. Now, because I've been researching all these interviews, and what I'm basically doing is rightly dividing them. That's what I'm basically doing. I'm rightly dividing them. I'm putting them all together. And when you really put it all together, I'm going to go back to that particular clip that I was playing. But when you put it all together, what it's really sounded like is Mike McCarthy really start pointing at Dan Quinn as the guy that was the downfall of the defense. And can I just say it? The lack of edge that was seen versus Green Bay. Listen.
I think Zim's going to do a great job with these players. Hats off to Dan. He had a great run here, but I think Zim's going to bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted in terms of bringing Zim in. He thought we needed, that edge there. Wanted in terms of bringing Zim in. He thought we needed, that edge there. And bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted. Had a great run here, but I think Zim's going to bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted in terms of bringing Zim in. He thought we needed, that edge. Bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted in terms of bringing Zim in. He thought we needed, that edge there, and I think he's going to bring that to this defense and bring some guys along that I think will really help us out in terms of where we came up a little short, stopping the run, that type of deal, in our big games and the playoff game.
So it was more when you listen to other interviews, you start kind of putting it together. It was more than bringing in Zimmer for edge. It was Mike McCarthy. And notice he said Mike wanted it, not I wanted it. Mike wanted it. Mike was basically saying, yeah, the defense was a reflection of Dan Quinn. Yeah. So that's just some extra sauce I'm giving you.
Philosophically, I think we'll be, we'll have more of a 3 linebacker system rather than a 2 linebacker and a 3 safety system, which is really what Dan preferred. And I think the other thing is we'll probably look to be bigger and stronger in the middle. I think obviously, our Achilles heel, I think the last 2 or 3 years has been stopping the run. And I think Mike will bring an edge and a philosophy that should help us improve in that area.
So, as I listen more and more, the question is, are they consistent? And I would absolutely say Stephen Jones has been very, very consistent on what and why we getting ready to see these changes. Right now, it's some changes we haven't seen yet, but it's some changes that he's been talking about. Right, so I'm gonna play this clip because then I'm gonna ask y'all a question and let's try to put this all together. All right, this is very important. This next clip is probably the most important clip. Here we go.
Talk about wanting to defend the run a little bit better this offseason, bring in Eric Hendricks. How much does that help? And then also, do you feel like you still need help at defensive tackle?
Yeah, I mean, I think, another year, with Mozzie, I know Zim's looking forward to working with him. I just think Mozzie's going to step up and be a really good football player. But
So the problem with that is you can see, even from his own statement, that his confidence is totally different than the confidence of his defensive coordinator. I just want y'all to kind of take a mental note of that. Just put that in your back pocket, right? And let's pay attention. Yeah, DP. See, DP. See, DP. See, when you come in here, when you're an executive, you got to pay attention. You see, DP he be paying attention That part is scary. Yeah, very. But let's keep listening. Listen.
We also know that, Hankins was a good fit for us 2 years in a row. And, there's usually, big defensive tackles out there that you can pick up. I know the Eagles picked up a couple years ago.
All right. So now we starting to get into his mind state of why we don't. Now, this was early. This was very early in the year. This was at the owners' meeting. This was before free agency started. But you could tell his mind state here. Listen. We getting clues now. Listen. This is why I say I'm happy to talk about football. I'm so happy to talk about football right now. Listen though, because if you stay with Boss Cowboy Sports, you will have a better feel for your team. You will have a much better feel than most, like than the casuals. But listen,
that you can pick up. I know the Eagles picked up a couple years ago, late in the game, and just felt like there's going to be some opportunities there at that position as well. To add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
Talk about winning.
Oh, wait. We heard something very pivotal. We heard a deadline. Did y'all hear the deadline? Did y'all hear the same deadline? Because I heard a deadline in there. What did y'all hear? Let me see if y'all heard what I heard. What did y'all hear was the deadline to get us the competition we need? What did y'all hear? Huh? I'ma play it in case you missed it. Listen.
Add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
Okay, did you hear it then? Now this was early. What was the deadline that he said? I'm gonna play it one more time, see if y'all caught it.
Add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
Talk about wanting to defend the run.
You caught it, DP. Before camp. Before camp is the deadline. I'm gonna play it one more time in case y'all missed it.
Add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
So the deadline is before training camp. Now, what's coming up in the next 4 days? Y'all tell me what's coming up. What's coming up in the next 4 days? June 1st, right? Right? So, wouldn't this be a good time where teams are going to start likely making some cuts where you can go ahead and go get that guy? And I want to ask y'all another question. Did y'all hear like I heard before camp? Did y'all hear it? All right. I'm trying to make sure I heard it. My boy did at least say money back. I'm trying to make sure that we all hear it. Okay. Because if we all heard it, before you say boss is negative, what should be boss's reaction and what should be your reaction if we do nothing before camp? Huh? I'm just asking the question because you heard him say before. Did I hear it or was I tripping? Did I hear him say the deadline to go get the DT to add is before camp? Did I hear that right? Okay, I think I did. The Cody Show Sports said I heard it right. What's up, Cody Show? He said, yes, you heard it. Yeah, I thought I did. Yeah, Cody, I knew I heard it. I heard it. So what should be my response if we walk into training camp with the same thing that we currently have? What should be my response? I think you hit it on the head. They lied. Would it be okay for me to panic then? For everybody that want me to be positive. Is it okay for me to do a show angry? Is it okay? I just want to know, is it okay? Because they publicly said what the deadline is before camp. And if they don't do it before camp, the question is, are they doing what they did with Michael Gallup? That is the question. Huh? Right? You remember what they did with Michael Gallup? Where they got rid of Amari Cooper, who was a bastard, right? He was a bastard, right? And they wanted their guy to get the reps. I showed that many times. Okay? And even as Michael Gallup was gimping around, Stephen Jones had faith that he was going to somehow be an adequate substitute for Amari. So, I just want to make sure that I have permission to do a show at the start of training camp if by then we don't have more people for the one tech. Is it okay? Is it okay? All right. I just want to make sure. Okay? Because obviously, circle it on your calendars. Circle it. Miss Lockhart, she said that we got 156 people in here with only 69 likes. I know how it go. Generally, when that happens, I just got to remind y'all. As y'all sitting in here watching, hit the like. It's part of what's going to cause more people to get this good old content where I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. I'm showing you my notes. I have all the links in the description. I'm being very honest. You can't handle the truth. You want answers? So I'm giving you the answers. I'm showing you the deadlines. I'm showing you the proof that they look like they going to a 4-3 defense. It's not going to be as many big nickel safety packages where they running 3 safeties. I'm showing you over and over. I'm showing you the proof that we are truly overstocked at safety. This is why I would want the reporters to ask more questions on safety. I would want to see more notes on safety. I want to know the lineup, the depth, who's playing the free, the single high, the strong, who's the first team, who's the second team, because we got some real good talent that we know nothing about. And a lot of reporters was out there. And I think we should know. I was waiting to do this show after I would have gotten notes from them. I didn't get notes from anybody on safety. I tagged all of them. So the next time there's a practice, I know one of them responded. Aisha, she responded. She said, "Boss, we look out for each other." So in other words, she was saying, I'm gonna keep my eye on that for you. And and I appreciate that. Aisha is obviously treasure to the community, but we need eyes on what's going on at safety because safety is obviously overstocked. All right. So then we go continue to measure this Kool-Aid and go a little bit deeper. Let's go. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. All right. My boy say Tyrone Church, I heard Julius Wood is doing wonderful. Exactly. Especially with these new safeties. Yeah, I don't like being in the blind. We too much in the blind. Again, I'm cool with the return of Zeke and him and Dak pitches. I'm cool with that. I appreciate all the notes, but to me, safety and DT are the pivotal notes. Like literally the pivotal notes. if they not talking about DT and safety, I get bored. Just to be honest, it's like, do I even care? Because I trust most of the other positions. I do. I trust the red shirts. I trust all that. But I said we was gonna measure this Kool-Aid. This is another part we got to get into, because we go try to go deeper today and really analyze opportunities. That's what we go do, because this whole channel is built on ideas to help us win, right? So here we go. We go look at a major opportunity that was real life discussed, and I also think it's real. Listen.
I mean, we'll replace guys as we move forward, and I just see our roster continuing to evolve, and we'll continue to get better.
Stephen, and I'm not holding you to this, but we can probably trade with another club pretty much for the next 6 or 7 months, can't we?
Oh, absolutely, all the way through the trade deadline.
Well,
and then as we know, with a little turnover on our.
See, this is the problem, though. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being honest. I don't like having a need now, but then being told how much time we have to get it done. Even though it's true that we do have up to the trade deadline, we are obviously slim now. But let me play it again. Listen.
Trade with another club.
And notice he said another club. Trade with another club. Not clubs. Club. B Bird. Exactly. B Bird. This is why B Bird, you gonna always be one of my favorites. Some people don't like it when I say that, but some of y'all are truly my favorites. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem saying that. Some of y'all, man, I just can't explain it. We just see eye to eye. No sense of urgency. Right. I'm not, see, B Bird is the one that let me know I ain't crazy. When I'm hearing stuff and I be like, am I tripping? Now B Bird the one that tapped me on my shoulder and say, nah, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping. Yeah. I'm not tripping. Like, I'm not sensing a sense of urgency. Now, this was day 3 of the draft. Okay, that's why I got the dates on here. But let's keep going. And I have the full link in the description.
Trade with another club pretty much for the next 6 or 7 months, can't we?
Oh, absolutely, all the way through the trade deadline.
Well,
and then as we know, with a little turnover on our staff, we've got guys who, with Zim coming in and Dan going out.
With Zim coming in and Dan going out. Dan going out, Zen coming in. We got some overlap. We do.
There's a little difference in philosophy, and they like their guys, and we like now maybe a little different type of guy. There's no massive turnover, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of opportunities there that maybe could help both of us. And then some of Dan's guys went to different teams too.
It sounded like it was some talks going on.
So all those are opportunities that could evolve with our rosters.
He said those are some opportunities that could evolve with the roster. Yeah. So when you hear something like that, you have to ask the common sense question, who and what is he talking about? Right? Who and what is he talking about? Well, when you name specifically Dan Quinn, then common sense says he's talking about the Washington Commanders. So process of elimination makes that easy, right? So then let's put more and more together where you start talking about where's the overlap. And we did this before. We talked about this before. But there is some major overlap. Major. We talked about the fact that Jonathan Allen has been lobbying to get out. Deron Payne seems to be the guy that they really putting their faith in. They also just drafted one of the top defensive tackles in this year's draft. They also have Mathis, who's going into year 3. No. He's going into year 2. Yeah. So, and then you obviously have Ridgeway, which is one of our guys previously, who could be just in a deep room. Easily. Right? It's just right in your face. And then when you go look at where do we have the differences, the biggest differences is obviously our safety room. Especially when you look at the fact that he clearly said we won't be running as many big nickel packages. One of these safeties likely go get away, and to be honest, need to get away. As much as I like the safety room, and I love the safety room. I don't like the safety room. I love the safety room. I remember the days of coveting safety. I don't covet safety anymore. And what's even crazier is I don't miss Curse. I'm not afraid that Curse not here. I have that much faith in what we already have here. We got a lot of talent. I mean a lot. We can't see some kind of way a switch with Dan Quinn. Maybe he won't Izzy. Because wasn't Izzy the guy that he trusted in the playoffs to play big? Maybe he would want Bell. Because he watched him play linebacker out of position and said, yes, sir. Huh. Maybe it's freak Wanye Thomas. Huh? Could it be Malik Hooker? A former first rounder? Could it be Donovan Wilson? Because you didn't draft Donovan Wilson. He the one that got the most decorations on his name. Who could it be? Who should it be? So to answer that question, I want to kind of take my time and kind of look at one of our own discuss this whole process. So let me listen real quick to Malik Hooker.
Y'all here, y'all here.
Hey, my name is West Coast Cowboy, man. Been supporting you for a long time.
Long time.
I got a question, man. Being a Cowboy safety is more than just being a safety. It's almost like being sometimes you're a DN, sometimes you're a linebacker, sometimes you're a cornerback. Dan Quinn asks a lot from you guys. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, that's the special thing about being in Dallas, man. We got 3 great safeties. Actually, more. I'm just being generous. We have 3 great safeties that play a lot of ball. We watch a lot of our games. We play a lot of 3 safety, and all 3 of us are very productive in what we do. So, it's special to be able to come here and be able to fit in this team with Dan Quinn. Like I said, a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves, but Dan Quinn means a mastermind back there. He puts us in a position to be able to do what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all here, y'all here.
Hey, my name is West Coast Cowboy.
So that's more confirmation of what we heard, right? What did he say? We run a lot of 3 safeties, right? That's confirmation that now we can say that's going away. Right? So, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't believe y'all not going to want to hear this, but I don't think Malik Hooker is going anywhere. I think Malik Hooker's, as much as I could tell some of y'all want to go with these young guys, I think we're getting ready to go out there with Malik Hooker. I think it's one of the young guys that would get traded even over Malik Hooker. The main reason is I'm finna show you something that it took me a while to put it together, but Malik Hooker is actually not a bastard. What do you mean, boss? What do you mean he's not a bastard? No, he's not a bastard. I had to learn something and I had to pay attention. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all something. I'm going to show you something and I'm going to explain it. I'm going to first show you, then I'm going to explain it. But I want y'all to listen to who called him directly. Listen to this. When it was time to get him. Watch this.
Okay. And then my last question to you is this right here, man. You was brought in by one team.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Them Cowboys have to have a special place in your heart.
Yeah.
As far as and everything. I wanna talk about that just as far as what the Cowboys mean to you in your career, because it's been a resurgence of you.
A resurgence on that safety.
It's funny because every time I see Mr. Jerry Jones, man, I tell him every time I'm so grateful for the opportunity that they gave me, because you know, in the position that I was coming into Dallas, you know, coming off of the injuries.
Yeah, the injuries and everything.
A lot of people ain't getting another chance to be able to go back out there, man. As soon as, you know, they heard.
A lot of people ain't getting it. You heard what he said? A lot of people ain't getting a chance to come back from injuries like that. Why did he get one with us?
That I was available and everything. Jerry was the first person to call me up.
Jerry called him. Did anybody hear that? Jerry called him.
With no questions asked, he was asking me how soon I can get to Dallas.
Right.
With no questions asked. That sound like Trey Lance. Sound just the same thing happened to Trey Lance.
So there ain't enough gratitude that I can explain and express, you know, for what Dallas has done for me as far as putting me in a position to bring my career back, or however you want to call it, and everything. So, you know, they're always have a special place for me. Hopefully I finish my career too.
Okay.
And he said, hopefully I finish my career here. He got a contract shortly after this. Shortly after we interviewed with him, he got a contract. And I'm going to say this. I personally like Malik Hooker a lot. A lot. I like Malik Hooker a whole lot. I think Malik Hooker is what you want in a teammate in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. I mean that too, bro. This ain't sucking up to Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker is a real humble dude. I told him about Tyrone Church. I said, man, this dude named Tyrone Church. He been lobbying for you for the last 2 years. I said, can you kick him a shout out? And I was videotaping. He said, man, shout out Tyrone Church. You know what I'm saying? Just a very humble dude. He's not a hater. I'm going to show you all this type of stuff, but I'm also learning something about the Our Guys philosophy. The Our Guys philosophy is not just if you drafted. It's if you one of them 30 visit guys. That's what I learned. It's if you one of those 30 visit guys, they still look at you as one of theirs, even if you moving around the league. That same thing happened to James Washington. You remember how they was real patient with James Washington injury? When everybody was like, man, every time that dude out there, he get hurt. Man, go get T.Y. Hilton. They literally waited deep into the season to where it was obvious he was just mentally gone. He couldn't play through his injuries. Then they called T.Y. Because T.Y. was the real bastard. James Washington was the 30 visit. Yeah. So let me show y'all something that connects exactly what I just said. Where you go see, I measured this Koolaid, and I'm being very accurate on what I'm saying. Listen to this.
The flip side of that is we've had some success, looking for the right veterans to bring in. Bring in a Malik Hooker, who we really liked in the draft, and now he's become a foundational type player for us back there at safety. And he was a top 15, top 12 player on our board. That's why we brought him in here. We had patience with his injury issues, and he's turned into one of our better players on the roster. We think those things can happen. You just have to keep grinding, keep looking for the right players to bring in here that give you some opportunity to bring some guys along in a system we have.
So I have to actually amend the doctrine of our guys. Our guys start with the 30 visits. Yep. So whenever we get somebody that we've been wanting, they go get the our guys treatment. I always thought Malik Hooker was a bastard, but he wasn't a bastard. He wasn't a bastard. And I even talked to Malik Hooker. And I said, man, I told him this in training camp. I told him this straight up. I went up to him. I say, man, something special about you, bro. He said, what you mean? I say, you got treated like most outside free agents don't get treated. But I didn't put it together right. Now I know why he's getting the our guy treatment. Now, does that mean he don't deserve to be here? I'm not saying that, because I think Malik Hooker can play. Now, does he have more upside than these young guys? I say no. But is he a stable piece for the defense? Absolutely yes. So I showed y'all that to say Malik Hooker has the ultimate sponsor. And it was the first time I saw it when I started really digging into the research today. I said, oh, okay. Oh, his sponsor is from the very top, Jerry and Steven. He is truly still one of our guys, and he is not a bastard. Huh. And let me show you something that's very special about him. I'm gonna show you two things that's special about him, and we still breaking down the safeties, but I'm just kind of cracking these safeties, and I'm cracking the riddle one by one. All right, so check this out, and I'm gonna show you something about him, but I'm gonna also start highlighting the others as we start trying to figure out by process of elimination who likely would be that guy that get traded if we was to trade one. Listen.
Hey, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Yeah, a little bit. You heard?
Yeah. They bring me back and everything, because this is my last year on contract and everything. But
contract year. Hey, and you got to know, too, we got some young guys. Izzy, all of those boys, man. Bell. I'm sitting there like, man, we loaded.
It's over. Like people, based off of how we played, the three safeties, they forget about those guys. He stepped in last year, and you see he was out there dancing with those guys in the spot like it wasn't no sense out there, man. This play, we call him the Slim Reaper, because, man, every time he comes in there, he tells people, I'm supposed to be a corner. I'm supposed to be a corner. I'm supposed to be a corner. And he showed it last year a lot, man. Izzy, Bell, like I said, even some of the young guys, I'm going to give them a shout out to Wanye. We got a lot of guys in those group that's stepping up for us right now. So hopefully you see a lot more DBs on the field for us this year.
No.
I love that, bro. I love that about Malik Hooker, man. See, this is what you got to know about a man of character. This is when you can sit back and just root for people sometime, bro, and just kind of stand back and kind of put football aside and look at the character of a person. When I step back and look at how he is openly praising guys that's dare to take his job, what does that say about him? That says super team got one. that also says confidence in his own ability too. And he even went even deeper. He went super deep. Shout out to West Coast, because he asked a very good question and he brought this out of Malik Hooker. I can't wait to show y'all this, and then we go start talking about these trades. Listen to the character of Malik Hooker. Watch this.
I want to know, when I asked you this question, I want you to just say that honestly, the first name. Give me one of your young bulls.
He said, give me one of your young bulls. Listen.
Young bulls.
He asked for one young bull. Listen.
Nobody's talking about.
That nobody is talking about. Now, this could be the whole team. Watch this.
That we gonna be talking about in 2023. One of your young bulls on this team.
Yeah.
Can I give you two?
He said, can I give you two? That boy West Coast asked for one. Malik Hooker said, I want to give you two. West Coast asked for one. He say, I want to give you two. Huh. Who is this two, Mr. Malik Hooker? Who? Somebody say, play the video. Hey, you know I gotta tease it, bro. I gotta tease it.
Shoot! Come on, let's go with it.
Shoot.
All right.
Man, I don't know where to start, man. I'm gonna start off with Marquise Bell.
Okay,
When I tell
Bell.
you Marquise Bell man, when I tell you that the level that they took their game this offseason, physically, like, if you see Iz now, man, he done put on so much muscle.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
man.
When I tell you, man, them guys gonna step in and people are gonna be surprised for what they do.
Y'all
I
here.
can't tell you enough. Now, I'm gonna keep the secret to myself.
Keep your secret to yourself,
Like,
then.
listen, man, hey, people better be ready to get out there and see them boys, 'cause, man, they've been special this offseason. It's been special to watch them, man.
Woo! We got us another super chat, man. Let's go. Man, appreciate you, B-Bird. Oh, man. Oh, man. Woo! Man, that boy got me crunk, boy. Woo! That boy got me crunk. You heard me? This interview was last year and I'm still crunk. I'm also angry. Now think about it. I want y'all to think about what y'all just saw. Okay? I want y'all to think about what y'all just saw. You just saw Malik Hooker asked about who gonna be that dog of the future. Who? He asked for one. He said, "Now I ain't gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you two." He spoke of his competition. Think about that. The guys that's competing with him. See, me and DP Johnson went back and forth on this because this is not an easy debate. It is not just clear. Like, it was easy to talk about getting rid of Kellen Moore. That was easy. This is not easy. Which one of them boys? Hold on. My boy with the super chat, he say, "There guys." Hold on real quick. Super chat. He said, "Their guys from other teams have to have failed on the previous team." Yep. And if they've accomplished anything on the prior team, they can't get credit. Yep. It does, in my opinion, come down to ego. Just being real. I think that our guys' philosophy is mostly about ego. It's just what it is. And it's sad to say, but I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Do you want me to lie to you? Tell you the truth. It's also stretching Will McClay. It's stretching him. It's one of the biggest stretch exercises you will ever see in your life. You basically asking Will McClay to build a Super Bowl team through one avenue. Undrafted free agents, draft picks, and guys that was on your previous 30 visits. Everything got to stem from the draft. And if it doesn't work, and when it crashes, then they go out there and say, can you go fix this, Will? That receiver by committee didn't kind of work out like we hoped it would. Can you go fix that for us, please? Will, we had a plan to go force James Washington out there, and we stuck with it, even though it was becoming very, very obvious that he was very, very, very injury prone. That almost every play he went out there, almost on the exact play he went out there was the exact play he didn't play again. So can you go find us somebody? Yeah. And they stretching Will McClay. Yep. You know, it's and this is why it's hard for some people to hope in the Cowboys. Like, we should always hope in our team. Never let anybody tell you with a team that went 12-5 3 times that there's no hope. Never let nobody tell you that. But if you are frustrated by us having an extreme talent of shooting ourselves in the foot, I understand your pain. I understand your pain. I do. But what I'm doing is I'm also going through and I'm trying to process the elimination of the guys who would probably be the trade tools for the Joneses. Because they clearly let it out that the Washington Commanders is a good dancing spot. See, this is real. Hold on real quick. Hey, Tyrone Church, you hit this dead on the head. You right. Yup. You right. See, I told y'all Tyrone Church I told you he one of the hardest working dudes in the space. I told you. My boy Tyrone Church said, okay, thanks, boss. You saved me a lot of work. Now 30 visits that are free agents. Yup. If you trying to figure out who they would want first, we got to go back and look at previous 30 visits and try to pinpoint where are they in the league. That would give us a bigger clue of the potential of landing one of their guys. Yep. That's what I'm going to start doing too. When I look at free agents, I'm looking at prior 30 visits. That's my new criteria that I'm gonna start looking at. Yep. So we still, cause listen, that's why I said I'm so happy to be getting off of that old gossip stuff and that old fake outrage. We talking football again. We talking real football. This is what I love to do. I would love to talk about ways we can win. What can we really do and give it real thought. Safety too deep. One tech too thin. Trade opportunity? Yes. Yes. So let's try to use the process of elimination. Let's just try to use it. So I wouldn't have said this at first, but I would say Malik Hooker is safe based on politics. He's also good. But I would also say because his sponsors are from the very top, I would say he's safe. Just in my opinion. Okay? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But I would put my finger on him. I would also then say Donovan Wilson is safe. Why? Why? I think Donovan Wilson is safe because he's also our guy. Drafted in the 6th round. our guys, Stephen Jones, is going to want to keep. This is just all my speculation. I'm just trying to use process of elimination to see who would likely be the guy that they would try to trade with Washington in an overstock room, especially if they was trying to go after Ridgeway. Who would that be? Okay, so now the rest is also our guys, and it will come down to who has the sponsor, in my opinion. Who was Israel's sponsor? Who's Bell sponsor? Who's Wanye's sponsor? I think the answer is all the same. Dan Quinn. He was the sponsor of those guys. So my question is, if he was the sponsor of those guys, which one would he likely want more? I'm just trying to use process of elimination. Which one would he likely want more? I would honestly say, based on the politics of what was happening in Dallas, because it hurt the feelings of our fans greatly where we saw Israel play like a champion versus Tampa, and we never saw him again.
You want answers?
Who looked like they was under the politic knife?
Perfect.
Looked like it was Izzy. Where would Izzy get a clean slate? Where does the clock start over? Who has a track record of playing no politics?
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
So, I would bet $1 million Dan Quinn is gonna want Bell or Wanye. Yep. So now we finna have some fun before I get on the phones. Now I'm finna have some fun. Who would y'all be willing to trade? Y'all don't want to answer that. I want to know who out of our safeties would y'all want to trade? Somebody say Wanye greater than Bell.
Hell no.
Bell is a better football player than Wanye Thomas. Ooh, Bell is overwhelming. I see Bell is overwhelming. A lot of y'all ready to get rid of the homie, bro. Man. Y'all ready to get rid of the homie, man? What in the world is going on with y'all, man? Oh man. Now, I definitely would say Wanye Thomas is a better athlete to me. He's definitely a better athlete. But none of them boys, not one of them boys, could have and would have done what Bell did. Bell was literally asked to play middle linebacker and did it. Bell was the green dot of our defense and he did it. What is wrong with y'all? That type of dude gotta stay on the team. Man, oh my God, I can't believe that y'all so ready. This is a hard decision though, man. This is a hard. But I'm gonna just show a couple of clips on, and y'all make sure y'all write. Y'all make sure y'all said y'all prayers before y'all let this dude. Did y'all pray about this? Did y'all go to the Lord? Did y'all ask for wisdom before y'all said let this dude go? This dude who willing to do what nobody was willing to do and did it, and he did it for 17 games. Look, no safety could do what he was doing. This is a pure football player, and y'all want to trade him. My boy James say someone gotta go. Listen, you right, James. Somebody gonna be mad. Somebody is gonna be mad. Like somebody gonna cry. Period. And my boy say Bill Green Dot was a liability versus Green Bay. I agree. But who else was willing to do it? Appreciate the super chat. Oh man, boy, y'all cold-blooded, man. But hey, I'm gonna be honest though, I respect it. I respect the overwhelming vote of Bell. I don't agree with y'all on this, but I respect it. Why? Why do I respect it? Because it's an executive decision. When I call y'all executives, I stand on that. See, because when you an executive, you gotta make the hard decisions. You do. And this would be a hard decision. And this is the sad part. We never really saw him play safety because he actually did what he was asked to do. So the sad part about Bell is Bell could mess around and be your best safety, but we never saw him as safety. So we are still guessing what kind of safety he will be in the NFL. One thing we could easily guess is that he will be a physical safety. You could easily say him and Dono are made of the same spirit, of the same cloth. Both of those guys are willing enforcers. You could say that just based on the courage, but can we say we've seen him in space? No. We would all be lying. So, but the executives have spoken. I asked, y'all spoke. I respect it.
Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Let's go. Alright, man. Alright. Let's go. I love this, man. We got executives in the house, man. I always wanted that, man. People that think for themselves. I love that. I ain't sway y'all at all. I ain't sway none of y'all. Everybody stayed put. They stayed with their opinion. So hold on real quick. Let me set up the phones. All right. Okay. I got One-Handed Bandit in the building. DP Johnson in the building. Now I'm just trying to get my phone to work. Y'all be patient, man. My stuff is acting real glitchy. And I hate these phones. Man, I'm so sorry, y'all. I might have to download this software again, bro. Because we got 2 fire calls and I want to talk. God, dog. Man, it's tripping, y'all. Hold on real quick. All right. It's just acting slow. Y'all be patient. Be patient. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right, here we go. It's almost there. It's just slow. I'm gonna probably just have to reinstall it. Okay. One-Handed Bandit, you live.
Are you there?
Yeah. Let's go.
You're cutting in and out.
Okay. It's a little bit glitchy, but go ahead. It's your show.
Okay. I was just gonna ask, with what you said like a month or two ago, with what you talked about, the story about Zimmer.
Yeah.
And when Jalen Curse was a rookie, a 7th rounder who got playing or started over the guy that he brought from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Do you, in your opinion, when it comes to the safety position, like if one guy were to win a job over another, like if someone won the job, who would you think would show that it was politics? In your opinion.
Ooh, good question. It's hard to say what's politics.
Like, I'm curious, like, do you?
It's hard to say what's politics because they all good.
Curious,
I would have to watch them all play in preseason.
I was gonna say, like, okay. I was gonna say, because, like, do you think that if, like, Julius Wood played better at strong safety than Jaron Curse, that Jerry and Steven would let that happen and let, him start? Just for an example.
I mean, if they said they brought Zimmer in to bring in an edge, they just got to let Zimmer coach, But I see what you're saying.
Okay.
It's this safety room so good. If Julian Woods started, I would say, okay, that was a Zimmer decision, and he won it fair and square. Because when George Aloka got cut from the Bengals, he went to Minnesota strictly on the fact that he knew he could trust Zimmer.
That's all I'm curious about, is if he's going to have that freedom to do that if someone does beat out a starter from last year on defense. But thanks for taking my call, Bob.
Okay. All right, thank you, One-Handed. All right, let me take these other calls, man, as they coming in.
Problem.
All right, DP, I'm gonna say you last, man. Hold on, because I know me and you go fight. I'm gonna say that fight for the end. Magic, you live.
Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing?
What's going on, Magic?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good. How you
doing,
Hey, man.
Bro? Yeah, you showed a good. I'm doing good. You make a good point, but the safety that he gonna want is a guy that's smart, like you said, because I play safety, and someone that's not gonna get beat over the top, and someone that can make up ground, that can cover the whole field.
Yeah.
But with his 2 safeties, you like say me and you playing safety because you play corner too. I play corner, but you on your side, you take care of your side, and I take care of my side.
Right.
And don't nobody try to be a hero.
Yeah.
Them the ones he want to play safety.
Right.
And you gotta keep 2 of them safeties because you know how people get hurt. So the person, to me, they take the money off of would probably be Wilson. If them other guys played better, they'd probably trade Wilson.
What?
You know,
you think
like I said,
you think Wilson? Woo! That's a surprise.
Because the two young boys,
The conference has been locked.
the cold-blooded,
Yeah.
and you don't want to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? So you can get rid of Wilson contract. Because you know, like you might, like me and you be fucking. You know, I'm Cowboy too.
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah. That boy said I'm Cowboy.
too. So I'm thinking like Cowboy. So let's trade him and them two young boys. They could tackle just like you said, and they could cover, and they cover better than Wilson anyway.
Yeah. Now,
See?
I definitely
That's the
say
key.
Wanye
And then you
covers
got-
better than Wilson. For sure.
Yes. And,
For sure.
And then you got them two and them D tackles. We could get some D tackles now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them D tackles gonna get cut from Cleveland
Yeah.
and the Redskins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we looking good. But I know the Minnesota guy, he's getting signed. I can see that. He's still 35-year-old guy. What's
Yeah.
his name? He used to play for Zimmer.
Oh,
What's the DJ?
you talking about Linville?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
gonna get him, and they probably get another one because there's 3 spots open. And then I saw a tape of the guy. You knew he showed the tape too. I got credit. He showed the tape on the defensive tackle from Oregon. He go low. He just got to practice with his hands a little bit more, but you can't move him. And you put him with Lindell Joseph, our linebackers can eat.
Right. Yeah.
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 So that's yeah, man. So the safety is gonna be number 6 get traded. That's
Right.
what I think they'll trade because them two young boys look what you just said. Number 41 could play just like number 6, and he's faster than number 6. Number 30 can run, you know, number 30 used to be a punt returner, kickoff returner.
He a freak. One
So-
is a freak. He is. He's a freak.
Yeah.
He's a real freak
Yeah.
athlete. Yeah, he a freak.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then these new free agents that like you say, our guys, number 6 is the one. That's the one they'll trade Wilson.
Whoo, man.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be hurt, bro. I guarantee it. Somebody feelings gonna be hurt. Good call though, Magic. Good call, man. I'm glad you put it all together, big dog.
Thank you, brother.
All right, big dog. That was Magic City, man.
All right, thank you.
Magic. Hey, DP, I got one more call in front of you, then it's me and you, big dog. 856, you live.
You boys, it's Tyrone Church.
What's up, man? What's up, bro? Go ahead and bless us, bro. I know you got some game for us, bro. What you got?
Yeah, he just got me hyped when he said that, because I'm starting to think that too. Donovan Wilson, because you know how the Joneses like to get cheap.
Yeah.
So why not trade Donald? Get off his $6 million.
Whew. Man, I wasn't expecting.
Now, if you're going to trade Donald,
yeah, go ahead.
If you're going to trade Donovan Wilson, I'll trade him in the 5th for Jonathan Allen.
For Jonathan Allen? Yeah, Jonathan Allen gonna likely cost more
Yeah,
than
that's
Donovan
the only
Wilson.
trade I could do with Donald.
Yeah. I mean, man, Cowboy Nation would go crazy. And that would also mean it was pandemonium. Cause remember, Jonathan Allen has been lobbying to get up out. He been lobbying. He been trying to get up out. And a lot of times when they trying to get up out, you don't get that much for them because everybody know they disgruntled. You feel me? So that would be a dream, bro. That would be a dream. I doubt it would happen. But I tell you what, if that happened, bro, I'm gonna send you a steak dinner, bro. I'm gonna send you a $50 steak dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna send it right to you. I'm gonna say, yeah, bro. If we get Jonathan Allen for a trade for Dunn, no, I'm gonna send you $100 steak dinner. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, yeah, bro, because you called it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that boy called it. Yeah, but they sound like they are definitely had some type of talks, Tyrone, with Washington for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Tyrone Church.
But
Now
my
that I got you on the
second
phone,
trade is-
now that I got you on the
Good.
phone, I'm gonna publicly say something, bro. I'm gonna put some pressure on you. I know you do a massive amount
go
of
ahead.
research, bro. We got June 1st cuts coming up. Me and you need to continue to talk the next 3 days about the potential DTs that could come available. I know you do massive research behind the scenes, bro. I want to join hands with you on this, big dog. Can we join hands on this and jump off this bridge? I'm putting pressure on you.
Okay.
All
I'm
right, let's
down
go.
for that.
Let's go. All right, so
I already got 2 of them in my head.
let's go. What you got? Talk to us. Talk to us.
All right. Seahawks is talking about releasing Jared Reed, a D tackle that we had a draft visit with. He was one of our 30 visits in 2017, I think.
I told y'all this boy Tyrone Church the hardest working.
He don't fit their defense.
Ooh,
Yep,
I'm
he don't
looking
fit
at
their
them now.
defense. So he talking about cut.
Ooh, that will be a good one.
And the Chiefs is talking about cutting another D tackle too. And the Kansas City Chiefs talking about cutting one of their D tackles too.
Man,
They said they overloaded with D tackles.
Ooh, I say yes. I say yes. Please, this is what I need from you, bro. DM me, because I know you be keeping up with this. When I tell you my dog be keeping up with this, man, my boy be keeping up with these free agents. I don't know nobody that keep up with the news better than Tyrone Church. It's like you on the Dallas Cowboys payroll. So you say I will be all the way cool with Reed, bro. All the way cool. Bruh, I had him in the Boss Cowboy Guide 3 years ago. Straight up. Ooh, and last year. Yeah, man. So you said
helped me with that one because you said the 30 visit.
Yeah. But the fact that you even know he was a 30 visit from 2017 lets me know that you crazy. The fact that you even kept up with that. Man, y'all clap it up for Tyrone Church, man. Y'all clap it up for this man. This man is the best free agent hunter in the game. He was telling us, swear to God, he was telling us about Malik Hooker way before we signed him. He was 2 years early. For real. That's a fact. No, man, appreciate the call, Tyrone, man. And this time I got you locked in, bro. So the next time you call, I'm answering, what's up, Tyrone Church. All right?
All right, bro.
All right, that was Tyrone Church, y'all. All right, and finally, we got the OG himself, Mr. DP Johnson. Mr. DP Johnson, I'm just waiting on it to unmute you. Give it 1 second. It's acting a little glitchy. Come on now. Come on, don't play. Because I want to talk to my bro. I want to talk to my bro, man. Come on. Hold on. All right, you live, DP. You live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I'm in a little bit of a low reception area, so I'm gonna try to be as quick as smooth as also. I tried to have this conversation with you 2 months ago, though.
No, we did. We had a fight about this. We had a fight. We had a good fight.
Yeah. But the safety room, I've been asking folks for like 2 months, but what sense does it make to have 5 starting safeties and no starting one text?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anybody that's trying to fight, push back on this changing the safety room, I need y'all to think about that. Get out your feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Hooker to me is the most consistent out of all of our safeties, and to be honest with you, he's technically proficient at all of them. You know what I mean? Folks forget that he's been on the route the last 2 years. His first year, he was playing that umbrella trading off of Dono.
Yeah.
So he can do all the dirty stuff too. It's just that he the best thing got on the route.
Right.
So that's why he been up there. Donald got 100 tackle, 5 sack season under his belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means he could probably have the highest trade value.
Yeah.
And that'll hurt me because Donald one of my favorites. but I'm a Cowboys fan first. You know what I mean? Your boy Bill, I like him, bro. He's a gamer. You know what I mean? We don't even know what he looked like as a safety.
Yeah.
So the way I'm looking at it, if we change the linebacker room anyway, might as well go with somebody that's not going to force us to be limited in coverage versus, you know what I mean? When I go to a guy who can only cover a tight end when I got guys who can cover anything.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason why I think Bill, you might be right. Because he was playing free before they put him at linebacker. He could be special.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at risk reward, I think he's the one who's the easier to walk out and do something. As long as he does that as a safety, you don't have to feel bad because he never played that before.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Let's go deeper. What would be the timing of trades if you would want to see trades?
Personally, I would like him to get at least a weekend camp with Zimmer before they make anything. I want him to get a look at the safeties and be able to decide who he feels comfortable playing what role before we just swap somebody and then have Zim like, damn, watch you get rid of that guy. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
So
I think this is a slow play.
At least a week in camp.
Yep.
With some pads on and see what they look like.
Yeah. I could even see 2 weeks. You know, after 2 weeks, get on the phone with Washington. You know, maybe even after the first preseason game. I think the first preseason when you put them under the lights, you know. I will want to see them under the lights. Yeah, after the first preseason in the game. Yep. I know that's late, but I will want to see these guys under the light.
It sounds like I'm talking to a robot, bro. I can't say nothing you said.
Okay. I'm gonna just have to fix my phone, bro. It's this app, bro. But DP, man, I really appreciate it, bro. So that was DP Johnson, man. I'm gonna go ahead and have to conclude these calls. All right. So, hold on real quick. He's still there. I thought he was gone.
Participant in the conference.
No, he gone. All right, my bad. All right. I'm gonna have to fix my phones, man, because I want to really go in with my homie and talk ball with him. Well, I will say this. This is one thing for sure that we know, and I want to have that talk with DP. I think he right. I don't think this is something we should do fast. I think we should slow play this. I think we should get past June 1st, see what's available, you know, see what we can get without a trade first. That's the first thing we should do. But the main thing, the most important thing is we have a window. We know the window and we have a promise of a window. We all locked in and we heard him loud and clear say what the window is. So we got to stay focused on the window in which he said.
Add some depth and some competition for camp.
Some depth and competition for what?
Add some depth and some competition for camp.
Yep. So if we don't see no depth and competition for camp at this one tech, I have a right to go off.
You know, to add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.